Hello and welcome to Daphne V TV. I'm Daphne V. There's a quote I want to share with you today. Rise up. This matter is in your hands. We will support you, so take courage and do it. How many of you remember the very first time you watched The Wizard of Oz? Oh my gosh, I remember clearly the transition from black and white to color. I remember those ruby slippers, that mean woman on the bicycle. Let's talk about the witch and those flying monkeys, which we're going to revisit flying monkeys in a future episode. But for today, let's talk about the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, the Lion, and Dorothy, because they tie into today's message. I want you to realize what you think you're seeking, you already have. Welcome again to today's episode of Daphne V TV. Are you ready for change? Are you ready to claim what you already possess? I want you to drop in the comments what your character from The Wizard of Oz, what character you remember, resonate, or connect with. Come on, you're amongst friends, so be courageous. Let me know in the comments. That's where all the fun stuff happens, and I get to interact with you more. Put in the comments your favorite Wizard of Oz character. What I'm going to do over the next few minutes is I'm going to give you 3 keys to master your courage. Here's the scoop. Number 1 key. I want you to realize you were born with it. Depending upon your age, there may be a commercial that you remember. And if you're not of that age, you can find it on YouTube. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Or maybe it goes the other way. I'm not real sure of the order, but you know what I'm talking about. And if not, again, reference YouTube. It was a commercial about a mascara. And the idea was, does what she have, is that real? Was she born with it? Or is it something put on from the outside? And of course, they were hoping you bought into the concept that you need something from the outside to make yourself better. Well, sisters and friends, I'm here to tell you it's on the inside and you've already got it. In fact, you were born with courage. I know that I know this, and I may not even know you, but you were born with courage. Think about it. The courage that you were born with is what it took to take your first step. You weren't born walking, talking, doing all the things. You had to learn those. And in order to do so, it took some courage. You had to step out of, so to speak, with walking, get it? You had to step out of one way to become another. You had to stop crawling and have the courage to take that first step. Think about when you were a child and you would say hi, or maybe you have some young kids and they will say hi to total strangers. Why? Because they don't know any better. Nobody has ever eked on their wow. Nobody has ever tried to force them into something that they're not. And what all of you are is courageous. We just need you to realize you've already got it. See, I think a lot of people confuse confidence with courage. Confidence comes from taking action on the courage you already possess. And I'm sure someday we'll talk about confidence. But for right now, I really want to focus on you owning what you already have, mastering the art of your courage, and recognizing that your courage is going to look completely different than somebody else's courage. Today, I want you to recognize that you've already got what you need. It's already in you. Now, I want you to share with me in the comments so that I can interact with you. I already saw that somebody put Toto is their favorite character from The Wizard of Oz. I want you to share a time when you remember being courageous. What was something that you did that took an act of courage? Maybe it was sitting down next to some cute boy at school. Maybe it was saying hi to the girl that everybody was popular, thought everybody was popular, and you felt a little shy. Maybe it was speaking up for yourself at work or in a relationship, asking for that raise, setting a boundary, writing a book, starting a business. I promise you, you have done brave things that you may not even be aware of. Number 2, the second key. Your dreams need you and your courage. Your dreams are never going to happen if you don't embrace and engage the courage that you already possess. I don't want you waiting for someday. Like, the next Amazon delivery or the UPS truck. It's not going to arrive someday. You're not going to have to order it. You've already got it. So today is the day. When is today a good day to tap into the courage you already possess? Stop being risk adverse. Now, I'm not telling you to live foolishly. I'm not telling you to live irresponsibly. I'm just saying, if you don't take the risk, how will you ever know? You can't get to first base from home plate if you don't swing the bat. Think about it. Think about that. That just was a little download I got. If you don't swing the bat, if you don't risk striking out, you're never going to make contact with the ball and you're never going to be able to advance to first base. Yeah. And the only way to get to first base without swinging is to get hit by the pitcher. And come on now, y'all. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So when it comes to achieving your dreams, you're going to have to take a risk. You're going to have to engage and employ your courage. So first key, remember, you are born with it. Second key, your dreams require it. And the third key is I want you to trust yourself. You are worth the bet that it's going to take to achieve your next goal. I'm willing to bet on you. Will you bet on yourself? Let me tell you, how many other people do you blindly trust? You bet on them all the time. That oncoming car in traffic, you bet they're going to stop, not swerve into you. The next time you drive through fast food, you're going to bet that those people have hygiene before they fixed and prepared your food and gave it to you. So you are blindly trusting people you don't even know. And you know you. So are you willing to bet on yourself? Have some courage. Place your bet where you're going to get a high return on your investment. Ask yourself this. In fact, let's celebrate it a little bit. What have you already proven today? Like, did you get up when you were supposed to? Did you brush your teeth this morning like you were supposed to? Did you get out the door when you were supposed to? Have you responded to an email or fulfilled a commitment in any way? If so, then you've proven today alone that you can trust yourself. Now, when you look back on your track record, you're going to be able to build on that. And you're going to realize you're darn trustworthy. You can absolutely trust yourself. There's not any reason why you can't master the art of courage. You've got permission to do so. I'm here to tell you right now today, you've got what you already need. In fact, here's a scoop. I know that I know if you are going to choose my challenge and master the art of courage, you are then going to literally change your life. Now, I'm not trying to plant seeds of discontent. That is not what I'm here to do at all. If you are loving your life exactly the way it is, then I bet you are trusting yourself and you're already engaging and employing your courage on a regular basis. If, however, there are some things you still want to accomplish, maybe some things you need or want to change, then when is today a good day to go ahead and place a bet on yourself to embrace the courage that you already own and put it into action? I want to remind you of a couple of words. They're associated with the word courage. Encourage, discourage, and then straight up courage. The root of those words comes from Latin, the C-O-R, core, which means heart. So the next time you need some courage, I want you to tap in to your heart. As I've shared, and I don't know how to really get this to you. You've already got everything you need. It's already there. It's in you. Now, if there's a certain skill you need to acquire, tap on your courage to ask for it. Because I say if you don't ask, you don't get. Sometimes you still don't, but hey, you tried. And it takes courage to do that. So the main idea today is that you've already got the courage. You possess it. I just maybe need for you and you need for you to pull it off the shelf, to dust it off. Because, hey, based on your life, you may have taken that courage and kind of tucked it away, hidden it out of fear. No more. Come on. Show yourself some love. Tap into your heart. Bring that courage out. Dust it off. Do one small thing today that requires courage. Maybe it's not answering the phone when somebody is calling that you don't really want to talk to. That takes courage. Maybe it's speaking up for yourself. It's starting or it's stopping something. Whatever it is, take one small step of courage today. I want to share these two quotes with you. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but the conquering of it. Now, come on, if you're still watching this, I know you're a chain breaker and a wave maker. That's why you're with me on this show. So you've already got it. It's time to conquer fear and embrace your courage. And finally, courage is when you move ahead in spite of fear. Acknowledge it. Don't fight it. That takes energy. Acknowledge it. Hello, fear. I acknowledge you're here. That rhymed. Have a seat. I'm going to drive today. My courage is behind the steering wheel. I want to ask each of you to believe in yourself. And if you are ready to activate your courage, put it in the comments, would you? Say, I'm ready. I'm going to activate it. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to own it. Whatever resonates with you, I want your authentic voice in those comments. And I promise I'm going to cheer you along every step of the way. And if you found today encouraging, then I would love to ask you to go to YouTube and subscribe to Daphne V TV show. That way, every single week, you'll receive the episode and you'll be able to engage and recall those steps that you've committed to yourself to take. So until next time, I want to remind you, you can live and lead a well-done life when you break chains and make waves. And just in case you know a friend who would benefit from this, feel free to share this video. You just may be changing her life. And in order to change yours, I'm going to give you permission to master your courage.